of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. There's lights that burn so brightly, in the northeast sky they shine. From the place that Geordies worship, where legends wear number 9. You can travel right round the world, even meet the Pope in Rome. But nothing beats the feeling of when you come back here to home. No matter how life changes, we'll never be far apart. The northeast always home, and it's always in your heart. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine.
Good evening, guys, and welcome to It's All Black and White TV. Yes, and before I get into the game, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. It does help the channel up the search settings and makes it more visible. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's free to do so. And also the bell notification will tell you when I've got a pre-record on, a live video, or any upcoming shows. So, guys, well, what a game. Yes, what a game tonight. Get in. We got a point at Arsenal. And you know what? That's a big point. And that could be a big point in our season as well. That's a cracking point tonight. Yes, we got a point against Leeds. We should have won that game. But tonight, this point was more important. To go to Arsenal, who are the league leaders and have been playing some superb football this season. But to go down there and get a 0-0 draw, fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, what more can we say? The lads left everything out there on the pitch. Willock came off towards the end. I mean, he ran himself into the ground. Absolutely fantastic from the guys. Absolutely brilliant game. Yes, Arsenal could have scored. They had chances. We had chances as well. You know, it's just one of those. This is only a quick reaction, by the way, tonight, and then I'll have a full match review and reaction tomorrow night as well, guys. I mean, just before half time, you know, should Big Joe have scored? You could see the ball sort of come across quickly, and he had to adjust quickly. If I had gone in, that could have been a different game altogether. I mean, Callum, he played all right, but he wasn't at his best tonight, I didn't think. I've seen better from Callum Wilson, and I just didn't think he was at that scintillating best tonight. Did we bring this guy on too late with 4 minutes to go? ESM, should he have come on a lot earlier in the game? Maybe, because he would have probably created more. I don't know. I mean, it's just... But do you know what? We're not criticising anybody, but we have just got such a fantastic point at the Emirates tonight, and it's another one of the big six we've upset. We've had... That's 4 points this season in London already, in North London. We took 3 points off their neighbours, and we took a point off the Arsenal tonight. So 4 points out with North London this season already. That's not bad. That just shows you how far we've come under Eddie Howe. I'll just go into some comments first. Niall says, great point for Newcastle. Eddie Howe deserves credit for that. Came there for a point and scrappy game. Arsenal had chances. Yes, they did. And yeah, Joe Linton man the match by a country mile. He was a prime. Maldini, he was brilliant tonight. Joe Linton. Great result. Best defence in the Premier League. Absolutely, Alan. I mean, when you look at it as well, Nick Pope, another clean sheet. He's now equalled the record for clean sheets at Newcastle. A lot of people might know him. I remember him. And he's actually matched the most clean sheets a Newcastle keeper's kept, and that's since Kevin Carr. So he's equalled Kevin Carr's record. And Kevin Carr was a great keeper in the 80s. A lot of people know him. He was absolutely fantastic. Mark Lee says the best team should have won, Tony. It was the Toon. Yes, it was. I mean, we could have won that game. We should have won it. Even if Wood was offside, he should have just went for it and had a go. If he'd scored, let VAR take over. Niall says Arsenal shot a pen. Don't know why VAR checked it. Seen Arsenal fans still crying about it and going into full meltdown. No, there wasn't a penalty for me, especially the Murphy one. He was trying. He's just trying to get his body in the way to block it. It's not a penalty in my eyes, and I think the referee got it right and VAR got it right. So yeah, I don't see how Arsenal fans can complain about that because it was never a penalty. I think they were just more out of desperation. I thought this guy tonight was a liability. I didn't think he had a great game as a referee. I thought he let himself down. Should he be refereeing the Premier League? No. He needs to get taken out of the Premier League. I'm sorry, he's not a Premier League referee. I would probably go as far to say he's probably not even Championship standard either. He's a very, very poor referee. Yellow cards he was given out for no reason, and I think he just lost control of the game, if I'm honest. So yeah, he needs to go. But yeah, not a great referee. But as I say, Nick Pope, he's equalled the record of clean sheets, and yes, he pulled off that save against Nketiah, which was great. I thought this man was immense as well at the back. Sven Botman, what a signing he's been. If Arsenal think Saliba's the best defender in the Premier League, I'm sorry, this guy is the best in the Premier League. And the clubs who didn't go for him must now be ruining the chance thinking, we've missed a trick here. But you know what? Their loss is our gain because he's our player and he's going nowhere. Dan Burn, I thought, had a, he had that little bit of trouble at the start with Saka, but he grew in the game and I didn't think, but Dan Burn had a bad game. Again, this guy, Bruno, he hadn't a bad game either. And when he slid and put that tackle out, he then done a fist pump in front of the fans. And, again, he gets the club. Bruno does. And Trippier showing his leadership skills as well. I thought he was great tonight as well. I mean, his crossing was better tonight than it was on Saturday. So yeah, overall, it was a fantastic point for the Geordies tonight. Definitely. Sefton says, we have them rattled. Up the Premiership we go, buzzing. Absolutely. Sefton. And they are rattled. They are. Definitely. Rat says, today prove we ain't a top side. We just got lucky. Sorry, our quality didn't shine tonight. We did a Leeds squad need a shake up. If getting the point, I'd folded over. We did well then. I mean, yeah, I can see. And then he says, when you're dominated by Arsenal, say we should have won that. That's lying to yourself. If we were a threat, all cost Wood is a liability. I mean, we have proven. I mean, yes, it's a point, but we didn't park the bus like Leeds. We just got back and defended well. That's all we did. And Arsenal didn't have the game to break us down. Arsenal are lacking a striker. You can see it. They haven't got Jesus. He's out of February. They've got Nketiah. I don't think he's absolutely brilliant. But they've got players there who can unlock any defence. And to be fair, we defended well. Yes, we are lacking players in some areas. We can see that. You saw that tonight. We do really need some more midfield. We need Isak back as well, which hopefully he may be back for the weekend's match. Fingers crossed. I mean, if I go as far as saying in the summer, if we get rid of Wood, if we bring another striker in this window, say Thuram in this window, then let Wood go on loan. Then in the summer, I would say maybe bring another striker in. And then next season, maybe Callum Wilson plays more of a second fiddle role, a bench role, because I think you can see injuries are maybe catching up with Callum Wilson. Because I thought he was off the pace a little bit tonight. And I don't like to criticise Callum Wilson because I think he's a terrific striker of the ball. But tonight there was just something missing there and I just can't put my finger on it. But you know what? To think we've got the best defence in this league, And to think Man United have actually caught up with us and levelled on points, but we're still ahead of them on goal difference because our goals difference is much better than Man United's. So there's a lot of positives, Guy. And the thing is, the positives we've got is we're third. We're higher than we thought we probably would have been at this point in the season. And do you know what? Even if we didn't end up in the top four and we finished say sixth, it's still progress because from where we were last season to where we are now, this time last season, we were in the bottom three of the Premier League. We were second bottom of the Premier League this time last season. So when you think where we are now, it's a complete turnaround. And I'd say 2 or 3 players in this window, and then having another build in the summer. This squad, we're not far away from really, really competing up there year in, year out. Liverpool are rattled. Tottenham are rattled. They're not in the top four. We are. So think of the positives, guys. Think of the positives. We've gone to the Emirates, where we haven't had the best of times down there. We lost 2-0 there last season. We've gone down there. We've drew 0-0. Yes, Arsenal might have had more possession of the ball than what we had. But we went down there. We got a draw. Kept a clean sheet. And that just shows you how good we have actually played and how well we have actually come on as well. We've come on leaps and bounds under Eddie Howe. And I'm going to get onto Eddie Howe in a moment as well. Pablo's on. Hi, Pablo. Hope you're well. He said, I think Longstaff has to go. He's not good enough for me. Oh, sorry, I think I missed your comment as well. He says, I think we now have proven we can hang on with big boys. Yeah, we have proven that. I mean, we had to hang on against Man U at times, didn't we? Because they were starting to press as well. Paul says, I'm starting to think we have the best defence in world football right now. Another clean sheet. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Rat says, the only way we proved tonight is our defence was on top, but Arsenal could have been 2 up in the first 10 minutes. They could have been, but they didn't take their chances. Like, we could have been up against Leeds. We could have won against Leeds, but we didn't take our chances. That's what it's all about. If you don't take your chances, you don't score. It's wingers. Tony Wilson did nothing, and that's him up against the top side. It's about levels. Mickey was brilliant. He tried, but we need a level up. Yeah, I don't think the referee helped us tonight either because the way he was booking players. Players were frightened of maybe going to too many tackles. I mean, I was just wondering when there was going to be a red card. And I thought the ideal candidate on that pitch tonight for a red card was Xhaka. And he was very, very lucky to stay on that field. Mark Lee says, Grant Quell was at the game and he's going to be some player. I hope Eddie gives him a game in the FA Cup. Well, yeah, he's got a work permit, so let's see. It would be nice to see that, wouldn't it? Rat says, and Tony, best defence can get us mid-table if we can't score. Well, we can score. We've just had a couple of games where we've not scored. And this is where fans don't need to panic. Don't panic because we haven't scored for 2 games. Okay? Yes, against Leeds, we probably should have beat them. But we didn't. We didn't put our chances away. And that's the problem. If you don't put your chances away, you don't win games. Simple as. Tonight, Arsenal had chances. They didn't put it away. They didn't win the game. We drew 0-0. It's a fantastic point. Look at the positives. Think of the positives. Think of the point. Think of the draw. Think of the clean sheet again. The positives. The scoring will sort itself out. If Isak's on his way back, then fantastic, because then we've got another goal scorer back in the team. And if we bring another one in this window, it's all looking up. Try and think of positives. Try not to think too negatively about stuff and just think of the positives. And everything will click into place. Trust me, it will. Alan says the players we need will come. Hopefully a couple in January. Yeah, absolutely, Alan. They will come because they'll see where we are now. And they'll want a bit of this project. They'll think, oh, do you know what? I want to go there because that team's going to win stuff. That team's up there fighting with everybody. And remember, we're still in with a shout of that title as well. I mean, Arsenal could drop their level. Who knows? I mean, who knows what might happen on Thursday? Chelsea might turn Man City over and do her all a favour. So, you know. Rowley says, "Hi Tony, a great point tonight. 9 hours since we let a goal and 6 clean sheets in a row. Pope only had one tough shot to save. Best defence in the league yet. Nick Pope is equal the clean sheet record with an ex-goalkeeper called Kevin Carr, who played in the 80s. Some people might know him, some might be too young. I remember him, and he was an absolute fantastic goalkeeper. And so Nick Pope's only got to get another clean sheet, and he's got the record." I like coffee. Hi, Tony Noel. Hi, I like coffee. Hope you're well. And he goes on to say the meltdown on some Arsenal chances nuclear. Apparently, they had a 100% win record at home, which they've lost to us. And are we bothered? No, because we are Newcastle and we are going places and we're not giving up anything. We don't need to lose a game just to help them keep their 100% home record. Sefton says the ref was appalling. Yes, he was. I would give him a 1 out. I would give him a 1 if I could, because I thought he was absolutely shocking. He shouldn't be refereeing again in the Premier League, I'm afraid. I think he's out of his depth, and he needs to. I think he needs to be demoted, and not demoted to the Championship, because I don't even think he's good enough for the Championship, and that's saying something. But so like somebody said, Garang Kowal, he was at the match today, so I mean, he'll have been impressed what he's probably seen. But you know, attacking players will come. We will sign these players. It's just got to give it time. Trust the process. That's what you got to do. Trust the process. I mean, you know, this guy got his tactics spot on tonight. I thought Eddie Howe, really great. Done everything that he asked of his team. Even at the end when he got annoyed with Arteta and got angry. When have you ever seen Eddie Howe get angry with an opposing manager? Never. You never see it, do you? So for Eddie Howe to get annoyed with a manager, that was great tonight to see that, because it shows you the fight that Eddie's got as well. And plus, he was sick of Arteta moaning constantly throughout the game. He was moaning for penalties. He wasn't happy about he wasn't happy about the 5 minutes. When people want more, well, sorry, you ain't getting more Arteta, that's for sure. So he just has to button it. But absolutely. But well done to Eddie Howe. Stand up to him. Why not? Got some more comments here as well. Sefton says, "Well said, Tony." Thanks, Sefton. It was an even game, in my opinion. The draws deserve. Some Arsenal fans are really blaming us for time wasting. Well, everybody does it. So what's new? They just need to grow up and just get on with it and just realise that it's going to happen to them more and more often. But we deserved that point tonight. I think had they scored in the last minutes or whatever, that would have been hard on us. I mean, I went down to Arsenal 2011-12 season and we lost 2-1 down there when Vermaelen scored in the 93rd minute, and that was absolutely horrible, heartbreaking. The Arsenal manager should have been booked. Yeah, I totally agree, Aaron. Alan, he should have been booked, absolutely. Ali Coffee says, referee was inconsistent in my opinion. We were lucky at times and unlucky at other times. Yeah, we were definitely. Sefton says, we beat them at home and goalless draw away. What's to moan about? Absolutely. And wait till they come to our place later on in the season and we could beat them. Ali Coffee says Arsenal have some tough fixtures. Yes, they've got a North London derby coming up, haven't they? And then they've got Man City to play in February. So, you know, this title race could be wide open. Paul says, great point. Shows we need some quality midfield, someone who can keep a hold of the ball. Yes, Paul, I totally agree. I said that as well. We just need some more midfield quality in that midfield. Longstaff plays, he grafts, but he's not the type to be in the. I think he's more of a squad player rather than being a starter. But do you know what? While we've only got what we've got at the moment, we've just got to get on with. But we will get that quality added in. I'm sure we will. We will beat them at St James, says Alan. Yeah, I mean, won't we just? Hopefully, we should do anyway. And I mean, but what I do want to do is I want to give this guy a mention because this guy is getting to become a king of this, isn't he? So here we go. Jamal Lascelles. Well, didn't get on as a substitute. Ended up with the yellow card again. Why did he end up with the yellow card? Oh yeah, he done what he done against Chelsea when he stopped Cucurella. He just tried to stop Arsenal taking a quick throw in and got in the way and got a yellow card. That's called shithousery. And that's brilliant shithousery from Jamal Lascelles, and well played, Lascelles. You may not be the best defender, but you're great at getting a yellow card even though you don't even come on the pitch. But do you know what? That's great gamesmanship. And I thought throughout the game, our fans were absolutely fantastic. Again, brilliance from the fans. Sang all the way through. Even Gary Neville loved the fans. And yeah, we got that deserved point, and that's what we deserved. And yeah, but we can't do any more than what we've done tonight. But guys, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. It does help the channel up the search results. So that's great. Thank you very much. And also, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's free to do so. Helps the channel grow. And also the bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-recorded, or any upcoming shows as well. LA Coffee Shithousery, very similar to Atletico. Yeah, absolutely. That's why Eddie Howe's very good at defensive, because he's learned a lot from Diego Simeone, hasn't he? So, you know. But at the end of the day, the thing is, though, we got a point. That's what we got to look at. And like LA Coffee says, he's happy with a point. Absolutely. Let's be happy with a point. So before I wrap this up, let's round up tonight's match. So we won. So we drew 0-0 tonight, and we got a point, which is a great point. I mean, we've improved tenfold from last season. You look at other results that's gone on tonight. I mean, yes, Man United won 3-0. I think it's still 3-0. I'm not sure. I mean, Everton got walloped tonight 4-1 off Brighton. They're going down, Everton, and I'd love to see them go down because that would just make me day. I think they would, if they go down the season, they've been delayed by a season. I can see Forest getting out of this and sending Everton down, and that would be absolutely fantastic. Sefton says, football's a game of chess. Eddie is the grandmaster. Yeah, definitely. But remember, Jimmy Greaves once said, football, it's a funny old game. And absolutely correct he is. It is a funny old game. Because results can happen. Arsenal, I think the problem with their I'm not going to slate their fans as such, but what I am going to say is, I think with some of the fans and the player and like the Arsenal Football Club ourselves, I think there were two tonight. I think they were like, we're going to win that game against Newcastle, and not only are we going to win that game, but we're going to go 10 points clear. And I think they got ahead of ourselves. And but yeah, Paul says would love Everton go down. That Japanese player in Brighton is brilliant. Matoma, yes, scored a good goal. Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap up there. This was just a quick show, but I will be back tomorrow with a reaction review show, and we'll have a review more in depth tomorrow. But as I say, thank you for coming on tonight and watching at this late hour. Paul says, seen a lot of Arsenal fans twisting, but I'm sure Pope only had to make one save. Next time, try better. Absolutely. Jack, I missed an open chance too. Yeah, absolutely. Bye, Tony No says, I like coffee. Bye-bye to you as well, mate. But yeah, thanks, guys. And don't forget, hit the likes. And if you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button, please. It really does help my channel grow. But thank you anyway, and I will see you tomorrow. I will put a post out when the show's on tomorrow. You'll be notified. and make sure you push that bell, and that'll keep you notified of what shows are coming up. But we'll see you tomorrow with a match review, and until then, take care, guys, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Away the lads, the Mags go marching on. Bye bye for now.